Hello everybody, welcome back to Thiege's StarCraft YouTube. Pretty much what I do here is I watch StarCraft 2 games live. And this is a game between Darkskeleton in the top right hand corner. He is a Terran player versus Jorgster. Oh crap, this is a TVT. Sorry guys, I thought this would be a little bit more interesting than this. Just kidding, it's all cool. Anyway, Darkskeleton's better than me, he can beat me handily at whatever. And I'm assuming that Jorgster is better than me too. I don't think I've actually played him. At least I haven't played him in a long time. But I'm guessing he is because we're pretty far along in our little StarCraft 2 tournament that we have worked up here. And I know I lose against Darkskeleton every time. Even when I'm Zerg. Of course, I haven't used my new Zerg build against him though. Here I am plotting your demise, Darkskeleton. But anyway. And oh yeah, they're talking about an early series of Darkskeleton versus Bud, who is the guy who he played for a long time, but then he quit. He took a hiatus, and he just came back when the tournament was probably about halfway through. He came in to make up for some other players that had left, and I guess he's a pretty good opponent here. Darkskeleton has trouble with him. So, but he plays random, even though he doesn't like two of the races that he plays. I think he's mainly a Protoss player, but he always plays random for some odd reason, some odd, silly reason, which I do not understand. Let's go to the production tab, see if there's anything tricky, foolery going on. Darkskeleton is known for his early Banshee harasses and lifting off his buildings at the end of the match. He swears that's not what he's known for, but it is. Sorry, Darkskeleton. Anyway, back to the match here. Ooh, factory and another barracks going down for Jorgster here. And up in the top right-hand corner, we've got a second barracks and also a factory going down for Darkskeleton. So, with that second gas already down for Darkskeleton, he's probably going to be a nice little mech build. Jorgster now getting his second gas. Let's take a look at the supply tab. Well, just take a look at the supply, 21 to 19, pretty even. So you know these guys are pretty equally footed as Terran players so far. We'll see how their APM matches up in the later game, as stuff is just going down now. Bunker for Darkskeleton, anticipating some early pressure. Perhaps, and a preemptive supply depot, kind of preemptive. 26 to 27, he's in danger of supply blocking himself already, should probably throw down a second one, but he doesn't really have enough minerals to right now, and Jorgster seems to be saving up for something, maybe, perhaps. Maybe a tech lab on his factory, maybe, should be. This is not a good place to put down some Hellions in a TVT matchup, and yes, there we go, a tech lab going down for that factory, and a reactor going down for that second barracks. Going to push out some double marines with stim pack on the way before combat shields. Let's see if concussive shells first for Darkskeleton, an interesting choice for a TVT matchup. Probably want to go down with combat shields or stim pack first. Most likely stim pack first, I'm guessing. I used to think that combat shields would go first, but it seems to be that stim pack goes down first most of the time these days. Darkskeleton taking a good hold on his supply here, and also on his native Xel'Naga Watchtower. Jorgster as well, each guy putting down one marine at the ones in front of their natural expansion there. Anything else going on? Siege mode, well, just about the same for both players. Darkskeleton throwing down his scan in the middle of Jorgster's base to see what he's up to, probably this early in the game. I would say that just having the Xel'Naga Watchtower is good enough for that. Don't need to waste a scan on that. It would be better off used as a mule, but I am lowly little me. Lowly little me. And Darkskeleton taking a pretty sizable lead in supply here, 43 to 34. As he's got out one tank and a medevac already with a reactored starport. Very nice. As Jorgster's just now starting his starport. I wonder if he scanned Darkskeleton here to see if to see what was going down in his base. See if he can match up and match wits. Not equally placed bunkers, though. And look at the neat little physics on this dude. Not the best I've seen, of course. Probably the best physics on these things I've seen is, probably, I'd hate to say it, Call of Duty. And those are probably pre-scripted anyway, to be honest with you. Call of Duty, a series, does use some of the latest features, but for mostly the engine that the Call of Duty games uses is very unintensive, generally. I might do a performance analysis of Call of Duty soon. I was thinking about it, but I just did a performance analysis of Diablo 3 on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Thiege, so you guys can check that out if you'd like. There's 3 different videos with 3 different systems playing Diablo 3. There's one with the HD 3000, the Intel's built-in GPU for the Core i5 mobile CPUs, and there's also one with the Radeon 6770M graphics processor in notebooks, and then there, of course, there's one in my best machine. Well, I wouldn't say best, because it's not, you know, each system that I have has its pros and cons, but the one that I'm actually using right now to record this video is, of course, my most powerful system, my desktop. And can this SCV actually get out of there? I'm curious. He's not idle, I don't think, according to Darkskeleton. Oh, there's a drop. Oh, shoot, I missed a drop. Darkskeleton, also known for his drops. I forgot about that. I should probably have checked for that, but I'm glad I checked his vision, though, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen that drop. Anyway, there's a drop going down in the middle of Jorgster's base to mess up his economy, but he is the one with the expansion here that, despite having just dropped him, Darkskeleton hasn't actually spotted. Even then, oh, nope, he saw it. He saw it right there. Anyway, yeah, so in case you guys didn't notice, Darkskeleton just dropped Jorgster's base, and that was the luckiest catch for me because, once again, my microphone is in front of the minimap in the most useful location ever. And let's see, so the income tab should be in Jorgster's favor here with 22 harvesters and 1,000 minerals. Yep. Of course, he is dropping down some extra mules in order to make up for that. And now putting down some supply depots at the edge of his base, probably so he can spot those drops a little bit better. And where did those 2 medevacs go? Probably back here. Yep, there's one right there. Should probably be repaired by an SCV, and I guess that SCV wasn't idle. So there we go. I guess that he was just concentrating on that drop instead of concentrating on getting his SCVs, and double expansions coming out of Darkskeleton here. Let's see how well this works out for him. It may be a little bit too late in the game, but with a huge drop on the way, I don't think there is such a thing as too late in the game. Let's see if Jorgster's actually doing anything to prepare for this massive drop. There's a missile turret. Yeah, that'll work. There's another missile turret behind the minerals and his natural expansion. And no, oh, there's a couple missile turrets and 3 missile turrets total in his main, but let's see if these 6 almost fully loaded medevacs can do any oh, nope, there's one medevac that also does not have any units in it whatsoever. Let's see how much damage Darkskeleton can do with this. Is there any more expansions going down from Jorgster? Nothing in the works. So we're going to see how well this works out for him. This one actually lifting down from Darkskeleton into the right side expansion right there, the exact 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock position, and massive damage going down from this drop from Darkskeleton. 3 siege tanks in there, and these marauders from Jorgster doing nothing but dying. But there is 1 siege tank keeping the rest of his army at bay at present, but all he has to do is drop right on top of it and it's gonna go down. But I think that he opts not to do that, and Jorgster's going to be forced to move that siege tank, and that siege tank, as well as it's not close enough to this drop location to be able to lay down any fire onto Darkskeleton's army. Or is it? Oh no, just outside of range right there. Oh, and Jorgster probably trying to bait Darkskeleton's army to go a little bit closer. And both of these guys with 0-0 upgrades. I know this is probably the perfect time to mention that, but this looks like a death push from Darkskeleton. Jorgster doesn't have much to deal with that at all. That natural expansion went down, and at least it flew off. Not much you can do. You can't even. I think you should be able to summon mules with flying command centers. Would that be too OP? Would that be too OP, really, to be able to summon mules from flying orbital commands? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, hey, if Blizzard upped the range for the Zerg Queens to be able to like shoot ground troops at like 5 range, I think the Terrans should be able to drop down mules from orbital commands that are flying. But anyway, that's just my humble opinion. And Darkskeleton now getting his double expansions going for him here. 5 SCVs on queue in that 3 o'clock position, and that the natural, he's got almost 2 mules that he can call down. And another force of guys in his main, just waiting to be lifted off and taken away to the battle zone, which is Jorgster's main. Let's take a look at the income tab for both of our players now. Let's see how much damage Jorgster suffered. Quite a bit, as that income tab is now pretty much in Darkskeleton's favor, I would say. Pretty much, as he's getting down another gas at his 3 o'clock expansion. And tons of SCVs over here at his natural. Maybe in game number 2 we'll see some other kind of pressure from Jorgster, maybe a little bit of a Reaper harass, or perhaps we'll see a change of strategy and get a Reaper harass out of Darkskeleton. He also does that too. Pretty much any tricky Terran strategy in the playbook, Darkskeleton does it. But that's good though. That is a sign of a quality Terran player. Other people like to call it cheesy or, you know, tricky, but you know, it's really the way that the Terran should play in order to win games. So I'm not going to knock on Darkskeleton for the things that he does in StarCraft or his personal life. But of course, I don't know him for his personal life, so that's probably a good thing, though. Armory going down for Darkskeleton. Does he have another armory? Is that a second one? No, it is his first armory, and this is going to be his 3rd drop here with a... Whoa, that is a lot of units. That is just a ton of units, ladies and gentlemen, as there is this SCV here to grab that Zelnaga watchtower and spot it for himself, I guess. Like, yep, guys, doing good. And he could drop her on the top of that tank. I don't know why he didn't. Instead, he's going to run headlong into that. Oh, lost a lot of units in that 1 minute back, but it might actually matter. But Jorgster bunching up his guys right here in a nice little chokehold while Darkskeleton gets the nice little concave on him. That tank going down, and Jorgster's units going down as well. I don't know if it's the concave, and Jorgster GG's. I don't know if it's concave that won Darkskeleton that game, but Jorgster could have benefited from a little bit better of an angle in that attack. But we're going to go ahead and move on to game number 2 and see if Jorgster can pull a victory out of his ass here or something like that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.